Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy Thanksgiving. Today I'm gonna do a Thanksgiving makeup tutorial or makeup look if you want. I know I don't really film on Thanksgiving, but I didn't want to post this video after Thanksgiving because then there's no point. So let's get right into the video. I'm gonna take my glasses off. And then I'm gonna start with my Too Faced Hangover Primer. I'm just gonna pump that into my skin. Onto my hands, not into my, and then wipe it onto my skin. So I hope all of you are having a great Thanksgiving. Leave in the comments down below what you're thankful for. I know I'm thankful for my friends, my family, a roof over my head, my music department at school, the theater. I love all of them, all of those girls and guys so much. I'm really thankful for them. Thankful for education because I know a lot of people are struggling to have good education, so I'm really happy that I can have that. So let's keep going. Then I'm gonna take my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Foundation in the shade 200. I'm gonna use maybe 3 pumps of that. Then first I'm gonna dampen my beauty blender with this NYX setting spray. And then I'm just gonna apply it. If I'm looking off camera, it's because I have my mirror over here. And then just gonna blend that in to my skin. Leave in the comments below any recommendations of the makeup you use because I'm always looking for new products to try out. I'm not gonna put on too much, but I just don't want to put too little. If that makes any sense. Okay, so I think we're good for foundation. And then I'm going to take my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. I'm in the shade Light Pale. And I'm going to obviously turn it and then apply it under my eyes, my nose, cupid's bow, chin, and anywhere I might have a blemish or two. I have a couple of acne spots right now, so I'm just gonna cover those up because I don't want to be going to things, giving dinner with red pimples on your face because that's not cute. And then I'm gonna take this dome top, kind of rounded brush. I'm just gonna blend in that concealer. And the reason I use a beauty blender for my foundation and a brush for my concealer. It's because I feel like with the brush, the concealer can just blend into my skin, and it just spreads through my skin a lot more easier on a brush than with a beauty blender. So after I'm done blending my concealer, I'm going to take my Maybelline New York Shine Free Loose Powder in the shade 01 Light. Tap some onto the lid, and then with a fluffy brush, just apply the powder to where I put the concealer to kind of set it in place. Make sure the concealer doesn't crease. So when I'm done with powder, I'm going to dip into my Tarte contour palette and this is the OE7 one because I know there's a bunch of different types of these. So I'm gonna take this Urban Studio kind of contour brush. It's like a cheek hugger brush with the divots in the middle. So I'm gonna take the lightest shade and mix it with just a boop, with a dab of the darkest shade, but mostly the lighter shade because I'm tan, but I'm still on the pale side. So I'm just gonna go into the cheekbones. And I'm gonna go from the lips to the top of my ear as like a guide. I'm not gonna do too much because I don't want it to look cakey. So I'm gonna take it with this brush, the fluffy brush, and just try to deepen it up. And I feel like now it looks more airbrushed instead of, you know, just mud on your face. So I'm gonna do the same on the other cheek. And then go back with that fluffy brush and just buff it out. And I'm gonna go in with the back with the hugger brush, you want to call it, and then just take the top and lightly contour my nose, just a little, but not too much or it looks like you have mud on your face, you know? Okay. So next, I'm gonna apply blush, and I'm going to be using the Mini Tarte Party Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush. It's in the shade Party, that's what I meant. It's like a really pretty mauvey pink color, and I think it's really pretty for like fall or winter. So I'm just going to take this kabuki brush and swirl it in, kick back, up and kick back, and then just smile and apply it to the apples of my cheeks. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to blend it outward. So it still looks blushy, but it's more of a like a halo type. So after blush, we're not done, but I'm gonna use the NYX Matte Finish setting spray so the highlight can be snatched. And then I'm gonna take this Profusion angled brush, and I'm gonna dip into my BH Cosmetics Wild and Alluring Baked Eyeshadow and Highlight Palette. And since it is like autumn, I still want that highlight, but I don't want it like, I want it blinding, but not like silver. So I'm gonna take this gold shade right here, just hit it a couple of times with the brush, but I'm not gonna take off any excess, maybe just a little. And because we applied the setting spray, it should like stick. So I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna dip back into the palette, that bronzy gold shade, and do the same thing. And then with my finger, I'm gonna bring it down my nose, and then hit the Cupid's bow and the chin. And to define that, sorry, I got a notification. I'm gonna take this smaller brush, this rounded brush, and just dip in that gold shade and just go down my nose. And then just apply a little more highlight. Because sometimes I feel like with this definer brush, you get a more like defined highlight than opposed to this big brush, which can grip onto the cheeks. So that's with the highlight. And then I'm gonna take my Morphe 35O palette. It's so good for winter or fall because it has all of these warm shades. And I love warm tone eyeshadows because I think with my brownie hazel eyes, it looks really good. So I'm gonna take this, more angled brush and dip into this brown shade. This brown shade here. It's like a light brown kind of taupey shade. And I'm gonna use that as my transition shade. Move my mirror. Sorry if my mirror's in the way, I just don't wanna. So I'm just gonna apply that eyeshadow to my crease. Just windshield wiper motions. And then, because there's no more, I used all the pigment, I'm gonna dip in to this orange kind of peachy shade. I'm kind of going for like a cranberry-ish orange smoky eye. So I'm gonna take that peachy shade in the center here and deepen the crease with that. And I'm gonna go a little further into the outer V of my eye with that orange. just testing to see if there's any more pigment. And then I'm gonna take this more burnt orange shade. Take that on the same brush. Tap off any excess. Dip back in just a little. And then I'm gonna take that burnt orange shade and still put it in my crease, but just a little lower. I know it's a lot of like crease eyeshadow shades, but we just really want to make sure like you have a base in. So I'm just gonna take that a little lower than with the other two colors. And I went from lightest to darkest in the color set spectrum. I'm just gonna dip into that burnt orange shade again and still take that a little lower on my eye than I did with the other two. So it's kind of a smoky kind of halo eye. And then I'm going to take my ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Birthday Cake. And with that same brush, I did my highlighter on. I'm just going to dip in, just swirl it around. And this is a cream shadow, so there's not going to be any fallout or kickback. So I'm just applying that to my eyelid. Just not the whole eyelid, but just like half of my eyelid, because then I'm gonna put another shadow on top, and this is just a base for that eyeshadow to kind of just stick to. Okay, so now that that's on, still with the Morphe palette, where'd it go? I'm gonna take this flatter brush, and I'm gonna take the two cranberry shades, these two. I'm gonna dip into these two over here. I'm gonna dip into both of those. And then apply that on top of the ColourPop shadow. And to get a little more pigment, I'm going to take my Maybelline setting spray and just hit my brush and then go back into those two cranberry shades. And then that should increase the pigment. And I'm going to take that same angle brush from before and dip into this white and these two like light shades with a little bit of shimmer in them, so I can highlight the brow bone. And maybe on top of the brow too. And then with that same brush, I used the ColourPop on. I think I'm gonna take this golden kind of almost, it's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a brown kind of gold. Ooh, I dipped into the wrong color. It's like a darkened gold. So on this brush, I'm gonna dip into that shade. It's like a deepened gold. It's not like a pure gold, it's more of a browny gold. So I'm gonna put that in my inner corner. Just to brighten everything up. And I'm gonna take that angled brush and go back in with the transition shade I used. This it's like a taupey brown. So I'm gonna take that and go under my eye, like my lower lash line. And I'm gonna put the color there. And then on the same brush, I'm gonna take that middle kind of the peachier orange in the center here. This palette. It's kind of dirty, but it just means I love it. And then I'm gonna go the same way. I put that transition shade just under my eye, under my lower lash line. Just a little, not a lot, because then it'll look like bright orange. No one wants that. So that's with the eyes. It kind of was, I'll do a close up. So it was kind of a more like halo, kind of smoky cranberry eye. But we're not done. I'll do a better close up of my makeup when I'm done. That there. Then I'm gonna take my L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara and just apply a thin coat. Oh wait, hold on, I forgot. I just got this. It's the Clinique Lash Building Primer. So it's supposed to enhance your mascara. So I'm just gonna apply a coat of that onto my lashes before I put my mascara on, just to kind of enhance them, because we are going to a Thanksgiving dinner, so we want our lashes to look up to the gods. So we can get that cake first. And then going back in with my Lash Paradise mascara. I'm just gonna shake it a little, warm it up a bit. And then I'm not really a lower lash mascara person, but today I just got a little under there on my lower lashes, but I think it actually looks pretty good. So next I'm gonna take my Kylie Jenner Malibu lip liner and just line my lips. I'm going to slightly overline them, but not a lot. I really like Kylie Jenner's lip liners, but I have two of her lip kits. I have Dirty Peach and obviously Malibu, but I think they're a little too drying for me personally, but I still wear them on occasion. So now that I lined my lips, I started doing this new kind of, I guess you can call it like a technique, if you will. So I'm going to take the mini Tarteist Pro lip paint from Tarte. It's in the shade Birthday Suit. It's a really pretty, I'll do a swatch on my arm. It's like a mauve, it's like a mauve-y kind of purple brown shade. And I'm going to take this on the, I'm just going to apply that all over my lips. And then I'm going to take the Kylie Jenner, Kylie Cosmetics lip gloss in the shade Poppin'. This was from her birthday collection, I think 2 years ago, with the gold infused. And I like her glosses because they're not really sticky. They're just more shimmery, so I'm going to take that and put it on the center of my lip. And just rub it together. So it's kind of like that, it's kind of like a mix of a matte, but it still has a shimmer to it. And then I'm going to take my Maybelline Master Fix setting spray and set this masterpiece in place so it doesn't move when we know we're going to be eating a lot. You know, just gotta slay the day. And I'm gonna take Morphe palette, just kind of fan that to my skin so it dries down. And then I'm gonna take that powder brush I used earlier and just make sure it's locked into place. So we can have this bead on all night long. I'll do a close-up for you guys. So that's the finished makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and comment down below what you guys want to see next. Like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the drill. Oh, happy Thanksgiving. Hope you have a wonderful day and an awesome week.